Hi, welcome to a new tutorial. Today we are going to make a jellyfish. First of all, you must know that you can use any yarn you want, as long as you use the right hook for the chosen yarn. Lately I've been using burnout baby velvet, which is a really soft yarn. But it is actually way too fluffy to see the stitches clearly. Since I want you to see everything clear, I'm using this time cotton for you to see the process. In the end, the only difference will be the texture and the size. The bigger the yarn we choose, the bigger the jellyfish will be, but the pattern will be the same. These two jellyfishes are made the same exact way. I only changed the yarn. The fluffy one is, like I said before, made with burnout baby velvet. If you are going to make this jellyfish for a baby, make sure it complies the requirements for its safety. For example, the tentacles cannot be way too long. If you need to shorten them, then make the necessary changes. Always have in mind the safety of the user first. The best of this design is that we won't have to sew any of its parts. Now let me show you the yarn I'm using and its specifications. For this yarn I'm using a 2.0mm hook. But like I said before, you can use the yarn of your choice. Now one last thing before we start. If you like this video and if it worked for you, please leave me a like and your comments. If you haven't subscribed, do it right now so you can see new videos later. Also, it helps me a lot if you share the video. Thanks in advance if you do it. And if you make it, remember you can tag me on Facebook and Instagram like Creando Con Musa. Let's go ahead. Start with a magic ring. We will make 8 single crochet. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now let's close the magic ring. We have finished the first round. It has 8 single crochet. Now for the second round we will make 8 increases. That means we are going to make 2 single crochet on each one of the stitches from the previous round. Let's start. Go to the first stitch, like this, and make 2 single crochet in there. This is the first one. And now, on the same stitch, I'm going to make the second one. We have made our first increase. Now let's go to the second stitch and make 2 single crochet in there. This is the first one. And the second one. This is the second increase. Now let's make the number 3. Now 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, and we have finished the second round. It has a total of 16 stitches. Now for the round number 3 we are going to make 1 increase and then 1 single crochet and repeat this process a total of 8 times. In the end of this round we will have a total of 24 stitches. Let's do it. On the first stitch, I'm going to make 1 increase, and on the next stitch I'm going to make 1 single crochet. This is my first repetition. Let's make the repetition number 2. 1 increase, and now 1 single crochet. Now repetition number 3. 1 increase and 1 single crochet. Repetition number 4. 1 increase and 1 single crochet. Repetition number 5. 1 increase, 1 single crochet. Repetition number 6. 1 increase, 1 single crochet. Repetition number 7. 1 increase and 1 single crochet. And the last repetition, number 8. 1 increase and 1 single crochet. Like I said before, on this round we will have a total of 24 stitches. Now on the next round I'm going to make the tentacles or the arms. For this I'm going to use stitch markers. I'm using blue scraps of yarn and then beige scraps of yarn. One of them is going to be on the previous stitch from the arm we make, and the other one is going to be on the next stitch from the arm. This is to make it easier to see what we are working on. Now, on the round number 4, we are going to have a total of 30 stitches. And the arms are going to be made in between those stitches. We are not counting the arms as stitches. Let's see what we are going to do. To have a total of 30 stitches, we will make 3 single crochet and then 1 increase, and repeat this process a total of 6 times. Now, after each one of these repetitions, we are going to make one of the arms or tentacles. Let's start. We will make the first repetition, 3 single crochet, 1, 2, and 3. Now we are going to make 1 increase. This is the first repetition. After my first repetition, I'm going to make one of the arms or tentacles. I'll show you 2 ways to make the tentacles. Before we start making the first tentacle, I'm going to put a stitch marker on the top of the last stitch we made, like this. This way I know where my last stitch is. Now I'm going to start my tentacle. We are going to make 30 chains. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And we are going to work on these 30 chains. But before we start, we are going to make one extra chain, 31. we are going to skip this last chain and start crocheting on the second one. We will grab the back of the chain like this, no go through it, but grab the back. And we will make 2 single crochet on each one of the chains. 1, and here on the same place, the number 2. Now on the next chain, I'm going to make the same, 2 single crochet, 1 and 2. As you can see, we are making increases, 1 increase on each one of the chains, 1 and 2. Next chain, 1 and 2. Remember, we are going on the back of the chains, not on the middle. Next increase, and we are going to keep going like this until we reach the end of the chain. We will finish our tentacle when we reach the last chain. After that, we will have a curly tentacle. Now we'll make our second repetition, but before we start, we will grab the top of the last stitch like this, and we will make 1 slip stitch. Now we can start our second repetition. I'm going to make 3 single crochet and then 1 increase. This is the first single crochet, and before we make the second one, I'm going to put a marker on top of this single crochet. I'm going to use a different color. Now I can see clearly where are my stitches, the one before the arm and the one after. Let's keep going on the second repetition. This is the first stitch, now the number 2, 3, and now 1 increase. After I finish my second repetition, I put a marker on the last stitch. Once again, it's going to be the blue one. And now I can start making the arm. I'm going to show you a different way to make the arms. Once again, we will make 30 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. We are going to work on these 30 chains. But before we start, we will make 1 extra chain, the number 31. We skip this chain and start working on the second one, once again on the back of the chains. We will make 30 slip stitches. This is the first one. Now on the next stitch, number 2, next stitch, number 3, and we will keep going until we reach the end of this chain. This is the last slip stitch we will make. and it's going to look like this. It's pretty simple, but with a combination of these two kind of arms, it's going to look amazing. So before I start my next repetition, I'm going to secure this arm once again, going through the top of the last stitch like this and making one slip stitch. Now I'm going to make the repetition number 3. 3 single crochet and 1 increase. I'm going to make the first single crochet and put a marker on the top of it, just like this. And now keep going. Stitch number 2, stitch number 3, and now 1 increase. I'm going to put a marker on the top of this last stitch. And now I'm going to make the tentacle or the arm. Once again, I'm going to make the one with curls. 30 chains. Now an extra chain to make 31 and start on the second. Remember, we are working on the back. I will make 2 single crochet on each one of the chains. That means I'm going to make 1 increase on each one of these chains. I have reached the end of the chains. Before I start my next repetition, I'm going to secure this arm, going through the last stitch like this and making 1 slip stitch. Now I'm going to make my repetition number 4. 3 single crochet and then 1 increase. Start my first single crochet, put a marker on it, and now stitch number 2, 3, now 1 increase, I'm going to put a marker on the last stitch, and now I'm going to make my tentacle. 30 chains, one extra chain, skip the last chain, start on the second one but on the back, and now I'm going to make slip stitches all along until I finish my chains. I just finished my arm, and now before I start my repetition number 5, I'm going to secure this arm, making 1 slip stitch on the last stitch I made, like this. Now I can start 3 single crochet and then 1 increase. This is the number 1, and I put a stitch marker on the top of it. Now stitch number 2 and 3. Now we make one increase, put a stitch marker on the top of the last stitch, now I'm going to make my tentacle. 30 chains, 1 extra chain, skip the last chain, start on the second one, and I'm going to make one increase on each one of the chains. I just finished the tentacle, and I'm going to make one slip stitch on the top of the last stitch I had made, like this. Now the last repetition, the repetition number 6. 3 single crochet and 1 increase. Start my first single crochet, put a marker on the top of it, and now I'm going to make the second stitch, the number 3, and now 1 increase. Put a marker on the top of the last stitch, and make my tentacle. 30 chains. Now 1 extra chain, skip the last chain and start on the second one on the back of it. I'm going to make slip stitches. I have reached the end of my chain, and now I'm going to make one slip stitch through the last stitch. Here I have finished the round number 4. If we count our circle without the arms, we will have a total of 30 stitches. Now we are going to make a round number 5. First, I'm going to make 2 single crochet, 1, 2, and this is going to be my new beginning. I'm doing this because I want my tentacles from the next round to be on a different spot from the tentacles of the previous round. On the round number 5, we will have a total of 36 stitches. We will make 4 single crochet and then 1 increase, and repeat that process a total of 6 times. After each one of the repetitions, we will make once again 1 tentacle. Let's start. We make 4 single crochet, 1, 2, and the number 3 is going to be where our marker is. I'm going through it, take it off, and make my number 3. Now for the number 4, I'm going to pull this tentacle to the front like this, and my hook is going through this stitch, the one that has the marker on. like this. My tentacle has to be on this side. Take off the marker. And now I'm going to make my stitch number 4. And next is to make 1 increase on the next stitch. Now I'm going to put 1 stitch marker on the last stitch I made, like this. And now I'm going to make one of the arms. I'm going to make them the same way. 30 chains, 1 extra chain, skip the last chain, start on the second one, but on the back. I'm going to make 30 increases. I just finished my tentacle, and now I'm going to make 1 slip stitch on the last stitch I had made, like this, and start with the second repetition. Remember, we are going to make 4 single crochet and then 1 increase. This is my number 1. And once again, I'm putting a stitch marker. And now I can keep going. Number 2. Once again, number 3 is where my stitch marker in color blue is on. So I'm going through, take off the stitch marker, and make my stitch number 3. Next, I have the arm. I pull it to the front, and my stitch number 4 is where my next stitch marker is on. So I'm going through, take off the stitch marker, and make my number 4. Now I'm going to make my increase. Put a stitch marker on the top of my last stitch. And make my next arm. Chain 30. 1 extra chain, skip the last chain, start on the second one, and I'm going to make slip stitches all along until I finish my arm. I just finished the arm. Now I'm going to make 1 slip stitch through the last stitch I had made and start with repetition number 3. I'm going to make 4 single crochet and then 1 increase. This is my first single crochet. Put a stitch marker on it. And now stitch number 2. And the number 3 is going to be where the stitch marker is. Here, take the stitch marker off, and make my single crochet. Now I'm going to pull my arm to the front like this and go to the next stitch is where my stitch marker is on. I'm going through, take the stitch marker off and make my stitch number 4. Next we make 1 increase, put a stitch marker on the top of the last stitch, and now I'm going to make my next arm. 30 chains, one extra chain, skip the last chain and start on the second one, but on the back. I'm making now 1 increase on each one of the chains. I just finished my arm and I'm going to secure it with 1 slip stitch on the last stitch I had made. Now we are going to make repetition number 4. 4 single crochet and then 1 increase. This is my first single crochet. Put a stitch marker on. Now stitch number 2, stitch number 3 is where my stitch marker is on. Now put the arm to the front, and my stitch number 4 is where this stitch marker is on. And now I'm going to make 1 increase. I'm going to put a stitch marker on. And now I'm going to make my arm. 30 chains, 1 extra chain, skip the last chain and start on the second one, but on the back. Now I'm going to make 30 slip stitches. I just finished the arm. Now I'm going to make 1 slip stitch on the last stitch, and start with the repetition number 5. 4 single crochet and 1 increase. This is my first single crochet, and I'm going to put a stitch marker. Now stitch number 2. Stitch number 3 is where my stitch marker blue is on. Now put the arm to the front like this. Stitch number 4 is where the other stitch marker is on. And next we make 1 increase. Put a stitch marker on the last stitch. and proceed to make the arm. 30 chains, 1 extra chain, skip the last chain, start on the second one, and now we are going to make 1 increase on each one of the chains. I just finished the arm and I'm going to make 1 slip stitch going through the last stitch. And I'm ready to start my repetition number 6. I'm going to make once again 4 single crochet and then 1 increase. This is my first single crochet. Put a stitch marker on top of it. Now the number 2. Once again, the number 3 is where my stitch marker is on. Put the arm on the front like this. And go to the next stitch to make the number 4. Now I'm going to make 1 increase. Put a stitch marker on. And make the last of my arms. 30 chains, 1 extra chain, skip the last chain, start on the second one, and I'm going to make 1 slip stitch on each one of these chains. I just finished my arm and I'm going to secure it making 1 slip stitch on the top of the last stitch I hadn't made. I just finished my round number 6. And if you count all of the stitches, not the arms, only the stitches, I'm going to have a total of 36. On the round number 6, we are going to make 42 stitches. We will make 5 single crochet and then 1 increase and repeat that process a total of 6 times. Start with my 5 single crochet. This is the first one. And I'm putting my stitch marker. Now stitch number 2, 3, 4, 5, and in the next stitch I'm going to make 1 increase. The next stitch is marked with this stitch marker, so I'm going on, take the stitch marker, and here I'm going to make my increase. I just finished my first repetition. Let's make the second one. 5 single crochet and then 1 increase. My next stitch is marked on the stitch marker, so I'm going to put the arm once again to the front and go to the stitch marker. Here I'm going to make my first stitch, like this. Now the number 2, 3, 4, 5, and next is my increase. My increase goes where this stitch marker is on. We just finished the repetition number 2. Now repetition number 3. Put the arm to the front like this and start making your 5 single crochet. The first one is where this stitch marker is on. So this is my stitch number 1, 2, 3, 4, and number 5. Now I'm going to make my increase where this pink stitch marker is on. Next is repetition number 4. I'm putting the arm on the front and start where the next stitch marker is on. And count my 5 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next is to make one increase. It goes where this pink stitch marker is on. Oops. Now repetition number 5. First I'm going to put my arm on the front. My first stitch is where this black stitch marker is on. Now we make 5 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Next is to make one increase where the pink stitch marker is on. Now we are going to make our last repetition, repetition number 6. Start where this stitch marker is on, take it off, and count 5 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I'm going to make one increase where this pink stitch marker is on. We have finished our round number 6. It has a total of 42 stitches. I'm going to make a couple of stitches more. Go to the next stitch. It's marked with this black stitch marker. And here I'm going to make one single crochet. And now on the next stitch I'm going to make one slip stitch like this. Now I'm going to chain 3 times, 1, 2, and 3. I'm cutting this thread and pulling the yarn so it is completely secure. And we just finished this part of the jellyfish. On the inside it's going to look like this, but on the outside we have all of these tentacles. Now we are going to make the other part of the jellyfish. I'm going to show you the easy way to make it, and later give you some advice that might be helpful. I'm going to use a different color for this process, but remember, we are going to work the whole jellyfish in the same color. We start making a magic ring. On the first round, we will make 8 single crochet. Let's do it. This will be my first single crochet. There it is. Now number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and number 8. Now we are going to pull the string from the magic circle, and we have it closed. Next is to make the second round. On the second round, we will make 8 increases. That means we are going to make 1 increase on each one of the single crochet from the first round. Let's do it. Go to the next stitch and make my first single crochet. Now I'm going to make 1 single crochet in the same space. This was my first increase. Now let's go to the next space and make another single crochet. In the same space, I will make 1 second single crochet. I have finished my second increase. Let's make the third increase. 2 single crochet on the same space. 1 and 2. Now the increase number 4. 1 and 2 single crochet on the same space. Now our increase number 5. Increase number 6. Increase number 7. Increase number 8. And this was the last increase. At the end of this round, we will have a total of 16 stitches. Now for the round number 3, we will make 1 single crochet and then 1 increase. We will repeat that process a total of 8 times. At the end of this round, we will have a total of 24 stitches. Let's start. On the first stitch, I will make 1 single crochet, and on the next stitch, I will make 1 increase. That's my first repetition. We will make a total of 8 repetitions. Let's make the second repetition. 1 single crochet, and on the next stitch, 1 increase. Now the repetition number 3. 1 single crochet, and then 1 increase. Repetition number 4. 1 single crochet, and then 1 increase. Repetition number 5. 1 single crochet, and 1 increase. Repetition number 6. 1 single crochet, and 1 increase. Repetition number 7. 1 single crochet, and 1 increase. And this is the last repetition, repetition number 8. 1 single crochet and 1 increase. We have finished the round number 3. It has a total of 24 single crochet. Now for the round number 4, we will make 3 single crochet and then 1 increase. We will repeat this process a total of 6 times. Let's do it. We make 3 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, and now 1 increase. This is the first repetition. Let's make the second one. 1, 2, 3 single crochet, and now 1 increase. Now repetition number 3. 3 single crochet, and 1 increase. Repetition number 4. 3 single crochet and 1 increase. Repetition number 5. 3 single crochet and 1 increase. And now the last repetition, repetition number 6, 3 single crochet and 1 increase. At the end of this round, we will have a total of 30 single crochet. Now for the round number 5, we will make 4 single crochet and then 1 increase. And we will repeat this process a total of 6 times. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4 single crochet, and now 1 increase. This is the first repetition. Let's make the second one. 4 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, and now 1 increase. Now repetition number 3. 4 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 increase. Repetition number 4. 4 single crochet and 1 increase. Repetition number 5. 4 single crochet and 1 increase. The last repetition, repetition number 6, 4 single crochet and 1 increase. We have finished our round number 5. At the end of this round we will have a total of 36 stitches. Now round number 6. On this round we will make 5 single crochet and then 1 increase, and we will repeat this process a total of 6 times. Let's start. 5 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now 1 increase. This is the first repetition. Let's make the second one. 5 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now 1 increase. Now let's make the repetition number 3. 5 single crochet, and now 1 increase. Repetition number 4. 5 single crochet, and 1 increase. Repetition number 5. 5 single crochet, and 1 increase. And the last repetition, repetition number 6, 5 single crochet, and 1 increase. We have finished our round number 6. At the end of this round we will have a total of 42 stitches. Now for the round number 7 we will make 6 single crochet and then 1 increase. We will repeat this process 6 times. Let's do it. We make 6 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1 increase. This was the first repetition. Let's make the second one. 6 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now 1 increase. Now let's make repetition number 3. 6 single crochet, and 1 increase. Repetition number 4. 6 single crochet, and 1 increase. Repetition number 5. 6 single crochet, and 1 increase. Our last repetition, 6 single crochet, and 1 increase. At the end of this round we will have a total of 48 stitches. Now on the round number 8 we will make 7 single crochet and then 1 increase. Repeat this process 6 times. Let's go. 7 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and now 1 increase. This was the first repetition. Let's make the second one. 7 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and now 1 increase. Now let's make the repetition number 3. 7 single crochet, and 1 increase. Repetition number 4, 7 single crochet, and 1 increase. Repetition number 5, 7 single crochet, and 1 increase. And the last repetition, repetition number 6, 7 single crochet, and then 1 increase. When we finish the round number 8, we will have a total of 54 stitches. Now on the round number 9, we will make 8 single crochet and then 1 increase, and repeat this process a total of 6 times. Let's do it. We make 8 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 single crochet, and now 1 increase. This was my first repetition. Let's make the second one. 8 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and now 1 increase. Now repetition number 3, 8 single crochet, and 1 increase. Repetition number 4, 8 single crochet, and 1 increase. Repetition number 5, 8 single crochet, and now 1 increase. And the last repetition, repetition number 6, 8 single crochet, and finish with 1 increase. At the end of this round, we will have a total of 60 stitches. After this round, we won't be making any more increases. Before we keep going, I'm going to tell you something about this piece. As you can see, we have this kind of hexagonal shape. This happens because we have been working our increases on the same spot each round. Like I told you before, this is the easy way to get to this part. And as we keep working and then we stuff our jellyfish, it's going to lose that hexagonal shape. But there is also a way to get to this point with an almost perfect circle. To achieve this, we will have to make our increases on a different spot on each round. On the description, there is a link to the tutorial where I explain this in a better way. But like I said before, it isn't really a big issue because when we start stuffing our jellyfish, it's going to lose that hexagonal shape. Having this already explained, we can keep going with our jellyfish. So I just finished round number 9 and it has a total of 60 stitches. Now from round number 10 to round number 19, I'm going to make 1 single crochet on each one of the stitches from the previous round. That means that for the next 10 rounds, I'm going to make 60 stitches on each one of them. I'm putting a mark here so you can see my progress. And I'm going to start round number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, and 60. This was my round number 10, and as you can see, I just did one single crochet on each one of the stitches from the previous round, and I have a total of 60. We will keep going until reach round number 19. 60 stitches on each one of these rounds. Here I just finished round number 19 and it's going to look like this. Now on the round number 20 we are going to make 1 decrease and then 8 single crochet. Repeat this process a total of 6 times. In the end of this round we will have a total of 54 stitches. Let's do it. Start with a decrease, and now 8 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. This was the first repetition. Let's make the second one. 1 decrease and 8 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now repetition number 3. 1 decrease, 8 single crochet, now repetition number 4. 1 decrease and 8 single crochet, repetition number 5. 1 decrease, 8 single crochet, and now repetition number 6. 1 decrease and 8 single crochet. We just finished round number 20 and we have a total of 54 single crochet. Next is round number 21. We will make first 1 decrease and then 7 single crochet and repeat this process a total of 6 times. At the end of this round we will have a total of 48 single crochet. Let's do it. Start with 1 decrease. And now 7 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. This was the first repetition. Let's make the second one. 1 decrease. And 7 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now repetition number 3. 1 decrease, 7 single crochet, repetition number 4. 1 decrease, 7 single crochet, repetition number 5. 1 decrease and 7 single crochet, and the last repetition, the number 6. 1 decrease and 7 single crochet. We just finished round number 21 and we have a total of 48 stitches. Now round number 22. We start with 1 decrease and now we are going to make 6 single crochet. Repeat this process a total of 6 times. Let's do it. 1 decrease, 6 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This was the first repetition. Let's make the second one. 1 decrease, 6 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now repetition number 3. 1 decrease, 6 single crochet, repetition number 4. 1 decrease, 6 single crochet, repetition number 5. 1 decrease, 6 single crochet, and repetition number 6. 1 decrease and 6 single crochet. We have finished round number 22 and we have a total of 42 stitches. Now we are going to join our parts. At the end of each one of these pieces we have a total of 42 stitches. I'm going to start joining, making single crochet all around this piece and this one other. I'm going to start joining, making one single crochet in each one of the stitches of this and this piece together. To do it, I'm going to the next stitch like this, and now to my first stitch on this piece like this. Here I have the last chain we had made. It's going to be on the inside like this. And once I have these both pieces together, I'm going to start to make my first single crochet. Now I'm going to the next stitch on the head, and also to the next stitch on this other piece. Make sure that the chain from the end is going inside, and make my single crochet. And just keep going until we are almost finished closing these two pieces. Next stitch here, and next stitch here too. Here I make one single crochet. Now the next stitch here, and the next here too. And I'm just going to keep going. Here I have almost finished joining these two parts. It's going to look like this, and here I'm going to start stuffing. I think I already have enough stuffing here. And I'm going to finish to close these parts. It's going to look like this. So just keep going with one single crochet through both of these pieces. I just finished closing these two pieces together, and it's going to look like this. Now I'm going to make some details in the end. You can use the combination of stitches you like the most, but I'm going to teach you the one I use. I'm going to make 6 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now I'm going to the next stitch and make one single crochet. Now I'm going to make 3 chains. 1, 2, 3, and make one single crochet on the next stitch. And repeat this process until we reach the whole circumference. 6 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and one single crochet on the next stitch. Now chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and one single crochet. And just keep going until I finish my round. 6 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and one single crochet. chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1 single crochet, 6 single crochet, 3 single crochet. I'll keep going. Here I have almost finished. I only need to make one last stitch, 1, 2, 3 chains, and now instead of making one single crochet to finish, I'm going to make one slip stitch. Now I'm going to cut the yarn and pull the thread. In this thread I'm going to hide it, secure it and hide it. Now we are going to embroider the eyes. We will place them on the round number 16. This is the beginning and we start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. This is where we are going to start. So I'm gonna grab my yarn, my needle, and come out on this point. I'm using the same yarn that I used with the body, but this yarn has 6 threads and I'm using only 4 of them. You can also use embroidery yarn. And I'm leaving a tail here. I'm going to hide it later. Now I'm on this stitch and next I'm going in counting from this stitch 1, 2 and 3. Here I'm going in and now going out, 1 round under and like on the middle of these 2 points here, just like this. I'm going in on the same stitch I'm coming out, but grabbing this curve of yarn. This is one of the eyes. If I want to make eyelashes, I can do it in this moment. This one is not going to have eyelashes, so I'm going to make my smile. I'm going to count 3 stitches to this side. Starting here, and this is 1, 2, 3, and 1 round under. Here is where I'm going to be out. You can pull a little with your needle to make it look better, really curved. And now to make the smile, I'm making kind of the same process, but we are counting only 2 stitches to this side. Here we start and count 1, 2, and here I'm going in. And now out on the next round down, like in the middle of these 2 stitches. Like this, we have the smile. I'm going in on the same stitch grabbing this yarn to make the curve, just like this. And now we are going out to make the other eye. Now to make the other eye, I'm going to count 9 stitches between them. Start with this stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I'm coming out on this stitch. Make sure to make a nice curve by pulling the strings. And to make this eye, I'm going to count the same amount of stitches like in the other eye. I'm here and count 1, 2, 3 stitches, and I'm going in. Now 1 round down, and in the middle of these 2 stitches I'm coming out this way. I'm coming in on the same stitch, and I'm going out on the same stitch this yarn is coming from. Pull the yarn if you need to make it look like a nice curve. And we have the face already done. Now to secure this thread, I'm going to make a couple of knots. Cut all of the threads to the same length. Put them all through a needle. This needle is going in the same stitch these threads are coming from. Now I'm going out on a random stitch and pull really tight until my knot is completely inside. Once I'm sure that the knot is inside, I can now cut this yarn, and it's going to disappear on the inside. And we have already finished our jellyfish. So far I have made mine in a couple of different yarns and colors, and the fact that you don't have to sew any of these pieces makes it easier to make. So I hope you try to make it and enjoy as much as I did. And any extra information that is needed, I will be leaving it on the description. I hope you subscribe and help me to share this video. And remember, you can tag me on Instagram and Facebook. You find me as Creando Con Musa. See you next time and enjoy crocheting!